Here we are again, everyone. Welcome back to Cruise1st TV with Derek and Joe, looking very sunny.
Thank you.
Very, very nice indeed. Let's have some big Royal Caribbean adventures in this show. Offers that are absolutely fantastic, and you must jump on them as quickly as you possibly can. They are the most family-friendly cruise line on earth, with so many brilliant innovations on board. You're going to love your Royal Caribbean cruise.
Yeah, they always are super exciting, aren't they? Well, let's get some mega deals on the table for you. We have 6 offers to pack in, so let's go big on Wonder of the Seas for October for a week of Caribbean cruising with some playtime in Orlando too. Or maybe you fancy drinking in history and culture on the Explorer of the Seas for October, a stay in Athens, and then cruising to Mykonos, Sicily, Palma de Mallorca, followed by a fabulous stay in Barcelona.
And that offer is pretty good looking, let me tell you. Let's start though with one of my favourite ever ships, Anthem of the Seas. She's still there in my heart.
Oh.
Well, early next year, she's having some Far East adventures, and you can be joining her on them as well. So this 17 nights of holiday starts on the 16th of February next year, 2 days after Valentine's. We fly over to Singapore from the UK for 2 nights in a hotel in the city. We talk about Singapore so much, it feels like we all have to go.
Oh, you absolutely do. If you haven't been to Singapore, you're missing out on, I think, one of the most interesting cities, full of variety and excitement, and really one of those surprising places you'll visit. I always say Singapore's not what you expect when you think about heading off to the Far East, because it's opulent, it's luxurious, it's beautifully manicured. Yet at the same time, you have those lovely touches that, you know, make you think, oh, actually, I'm in Malaysia, you know, like the street markets, all the hustle bustle, the temples. It's really varied and fantastic. Then it's time to board the Anthem of the Seas for 13 nights. Oh, what a brilliant amount of time to explore the Anthem.
Oh,
You'll need
so
this because there's so much to do on board. Now, of course, you are going to be venturing to ports of call with amazing shore excursions and things to do in the ports too. But the ship is really what you go to do when you go on board a Royal Caribbean Quantum class ship, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you'll love it. And you'll love it whether you are, you know, action stations, always must be on the go, very busy brain, got to be doing something the whole time, or if you're a bit more like me and you'd like to remain quite horizontal, just taking in the view, people watching and whatever, it's the perfect ship for that as well. And if you've got the kids with you, I mean, one, they're going to have a great adventure.
Yes.
You'll never see them because they'll just be doing their thing. Do you know what I mean?
Perhaps that's part of the plan.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But also, I mean, what a part of the world to see as a young one, and mixing it up with all the fun on board.
Well, yeah, you've got a flow rider, which is a surf simulator. You've got the rock climbing wall, which is so much fun. You've got the Dodgem cars. You've got the arcade, the iFly, so the flight simulator. And, you know, and then, of course, you also have the North Star, which pivots around the ship higher than the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Gigi the giraffe, she's spectacular, let me tell you.
She is.
I was just thinking, you know, talking about the kids, there'll be some kids that have never seen a Dodgem car,
right?
And never seen roller skates, so it's going to be brand new to them. I know, for us it's like the 3rd time round, but for them, brand new.
Brand new, actual activities, not simulated activities like they're used to.
Without a phone in your hand. It doesn't need plugging in or charging.
Now let's talk dining, because Royal Caribbean does it in flair and class and excitement and variety like nowhere else. Oh my gosh, Izumi for your fusion, delicious Asian food. Then there's Wonderland as well, which has the most dynamic, exciting theatrical dining experience on board.
Oh, crazy. You never know what's going to come out of the kitchen.
Things that are floating on air.
Yeah.
I mean, it's magical.
Yeah, it's more like a physics lesson.
Yes. Then you have some amazing entertainment venues, don't you, as well on board. Not just the main theatre, but you also have the secondary lounges, such as the 260 Lounge, which is amazing. It's got robotic screens that dance, for example. Now, we're cruising out of Singapore, and the first port of call we're going to be heading into is Penang in fabulous Malaysia, where you can tour the tropical spice gardens. The city is known for its British colonial buildings and the Chinese shop houses as well, and mosques. There's lots of great shopping there to enjoy. Then we have an overnight in fabulous Phuket in the Thai archipelago. What a place to enjoy an overnight. You might want to head to the Elephant Sanctuary or Bamboo Island. There's also an opportunity of doing a twilight sea canoe and glowing plankton tour. So do speak to your tour desk on board, and they can help you out that. Then we're back into Singapore and we have another great day to enjoy this vibrant, city. And of course, if you haven't done your shopping, Orchard Road is the place to go for luxury, tax and duty-free shopping whilst you're there. Oh, the Singapore Zoo is a must-see, I have to say. Then we're into Bali. North Bali first in Selakan, Bawang, where you can head over to the fabulous Mount Agung, which is where the volcano is actually, and they've got a lovely temple on top. And the Banjar Hot Springs, when I was visiting, are a really lovely tour to do. Then we're into South Bali, Benua, the main port. This is where you can go to Monkey Jungle in Ubud, head on over to the Uluwatu mountaintop temple, which is absolutely gorgeous, or maybe just take a tour of the paddy fields, the rice fields. We're into Lombok next, which is a gorgeous unspoilt paradise off the coast of Bali. Many say it's like Bali 30 years ago. It's tranquil, there's no motor vehicles, and exploring by foot or by sand bike is a really nice thing to do to get a feel for it. We're back into Singapore where you'll disembark. End-to-end flights are included. And you have the most fabulously varied itinerary on one of the most dynamic and exciting vessels at sea. I can't think of a better trip to be doing.
It's a great time to put the plans in place right now as well, I think, and know that you've got, the lion's share of a year to look forward to this as well. I think, actually then that gives you time to really have that full anticipation experience. Speak to anyone that's been to that part of the world as well, get their ideas, inspiration as well. Every time I hear about someone coming back from Singapore, everyone has a different story, which is fantastic. 17 nights all told then, including the price I'm about to give you, and it is good, unbeatable, I think. Flights to and from Singapore, 2 nights in a hotel there, 13 nights of cruising on Anthem of the Seas. It's Thailand, Bali and Indonesia. Deposits today of just £199 each, and your price tag, honestly, I'm so keen to get this on the screen, because look at how good that is right now for everything you are doing. That's the stay in Singapore and that amazing cruise. And the upgrades on this, considering the lion's share of that is the cruise, you've got to see those as well, because to go from inside to ocean view, just another 149, which I think is absolutely incredible. You've got 13 nights on board, which I just think is awesome. So when you're looking at your upgrade prices there, bear in mind for Ocean View and Balcony, you're on that cruise for 13 nights, you lucky people. You can put it in place today with a low deposit of just £199 each. Call us right now. You've got the number on the screen. It's an amazing opportunity. I mean, so good. Royal Caribbean are just such a vibrant cruise line as well. For those people who like to have lots of things to do, and I am a bit of one of those kind of people. I like a lot to do on a cruise ship. I like the activity things. I like something to be going on all the way through the day, and preferably all the way through the night as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and
easy to entertain.
Yeah,
aren't you?
Royal Caribbean really do deliver. Now listen, before we go into our next offer, I just want to talk to you about this. It is our brand new Cruise1st collections brochure, which is just absolutely jam-packed full of literally bucket list destinations. So many different ideas. You may already have one of these on your coffee table. I would urge you to go back to it and have another look, but you can also read it online as well. Just go to our website, cruise1st.tv. Just on the left-hand side under Cruise with Derek, which you're booked on, right? You can have a flick through, press there on the website, and you can flick through it online. And if you want to get all of our latest brochures as they arrive, then talk to the team and we'll get you on the mailing list. Right, what should we do next, Joe?
I think we should go on another adventure.
Yeah, why not?
We are going to be mixing a lot of culture and fun for our next cruise. It's an all-in-one adventure for October. I love this mix because we're heading to Greece, Sicily, Palma de Mallorca and Barcelona, and aptly a cruise on the Explorer of the Seas. So you're going to explore the Mediterranean here, and it's our 11 nights on the 25th of October flying from the UK over to Athens. Let's start with 2 nights in the most amazing cradle of the ancient civilization, Athens. Now, if you've never been to Athens before, I have to say, it takes your breath away. It really does. There's nothing quite like that view from the Acropolis, looking at thousands of years of history. And round every turn, you'll find ancient ruins, the Temple of Zeus, the most amazing amphitheatre, and of course the Acropolis and Parthenon and the supporting museum. You could spend your whole couple of days just enjoying that. But there's lots to see in modern Athens too, the hustle bustle, the great street food, the interesting people. Then it's time for us to join the Explorer of the Seas. We're going to have 6 nights on board, and this is a great amount of time to explore the Med for sure. Of course, all of the hallmarks that make Royal Caribbean great are on board this ship, including that rock climbing wall, the variety of food. They've even got ice skating on board, which is very cool. Mini golf too. So lots for all the family. You know, equally though, if you're traveling on your own or if you're traveling in a couple, it is a great cruise to do. In fact, by the way, if you are traveling solo, they do a lot of what they call singles meet and greet, where you can kind of like, you know, go and meet other people traveling on their own. You know, but you tend to, when you're on a cruise, meet a lot of people anyway. That's the great thing about it.
Which is why more and more people are doing it. And the deals are getting better and better these days as well for solo cruises, because so many people are choosing to do it.
Yeah.
And it is brilliant because, like you say, even if, you know, the idea of a solo meet and greet might be an absolute nightmare to you, absolutely fine. Not something you have to do, but something you can do.
You can do,
which is really, really good. But you'll meet people like that, honestly. You'll just be sat, you'll be stood at a bar, you'll strike up a conversation. Next thing you know, you've got friends for life.
It's almost impossible not to meet people, actually.
Yes,
but then, actually, that being said, if you are going on retreat when you're on a cruise and you want to just sit and read your book, do the relaxing activities, they're all on offer too. And there are lots and lots of fun things that the ship offers, from scrapbooking through to adult colouring in classes. Then we're on to Mykonos, our first port of call out of Athens, for ancient Delos. Explore the windmills and the beautiful, tranquil vibe of those whitewashed back streets and the beautiful boutiques that are on offer. What a charming port this is. We're on to Messina in Sicily next, which is an incredible port. On your doorstep, you have the option to visit Mount Etna, Taormina. There's a Greek theatre right there as well. You've got trips to wineries on offer. Speak to the Shore Excursions team about this. Palma de Mallorca awaits us next for its beautiful Belver Castle and Spanish village. You might want to take your time strolling along the waterfront, where there's a plethora of beautiful restaurants and bars overlooking the Mediterranean. A very relaxing thing to do. Then we're into Barcelona and we'll disembark. But we're not heading home yet, because we have 3 nights in the Catalonian capital of fabulous Barcelona with its iconic Gothic architecture. Head to El Born, the Gothic district, for the beautiful Gothic cathedral, wonderful tapas bars, and you're at the foot of Barceloneta Beach right there. Great seafood indeed. Of course, there's the famous Olympic Stadium, the Arc de Triomphe, and we could not mention Barcelona without talking about the iconic architect Antonio Gaudí and his imposing Sagrada Familia Cathedral and his beautiful Parque Güell, which literally feels like it's up in a bank of clouds. It's so magical. That's the Trio of Discord, another part of his amazing architectural influence. La Rambla, leaves you awe-inspired with its amazing performers, great tapas bars, and just sitting there having a glass of cava, watching the world go by.
Oh, you just see everything down
You do. I love
that.
It's talking about it makes me want to go back.
Yeah. I love the fact, actually, at the end of the cruise, because normally at the end of the cruise it would be like, oh, okay, straight back to the airport and home. You know, you think of the time of year it is as well. You just think, yes, it's not over yet. I'm still abroad. I'm in Barcelona for 3 nights before you come back. You can make it more than 3 nights if you want to, of course. You can always tailor this even further. It's amazing value for money, actually, for the variety in this holiday. So you've got to listen to all of this, by the way. Is everyone listening? Good. Because the price I'm about to give you is the flight from the UK out to Athens, 2 nights in a hotel there, then your cruise on Explorer of the Seas with Royal Caribbean, going to Mykonos, Sicily, Palma de Mallorca, ending in Barcelona, but we've got a 3-night hotel stay in Barcelona included as well, and the flight back to the UK. Now tell me how else you could do all of that for this. I know. Joe nearly jumped out of her skin then. You can put deposit down on this today, but you know what? Deposit today, $349 per person. I would just go straight in and just say, thank you very much. I'll have 2. Actually, I'll ring round. I'll be back in a second. I'll have 5 actually. $899 per person. Can you believe that? Is that right, Mr. P? Have we checked with the powers that be that price is even possible? It is ridiculous when you think about it. You think, hang on a second, there's too much in that for that price tag. What am I missing? Nothing. That's Cruise1st. That's how good we are. That's how long we've been in the business. That's how established our relationships are, not just with the cruise lines, but with the airlines and the hotel brands around the world as well. If anyone can, we can. Let's take a look at the upgrades as well, because if the inside is so good, yeah, look at that ocean view. Ocean view. It feels like pennies more, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. Let me just again quickly run through what you are doing there. So the flight out to Athens in Greece, that's included. 2 nights in a hotel there, room only, that's included. 6 nights of cruising on Explorer of the Seas, that's included. That's full board as well. So much included on that cruise. Fabulous entertainment, food, facilities, and so much more. When you end the 6-night cruise in Barcelona, you've got 3 nights in a hotel there included, and the flight back to the UK, all for $899. I know, I can hardly believe it. I would just jump on the phone now. You've got the number on the screen. Do it now, do it now, do it now. And how often do I say that? Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? That's 11 nights.
You don't say it very often. You just said it 3 times. That's that's going to mean something.
Well, you would though, wouldn't you?
That is. Literally, I'm completely taken aback by that.
Crazy.
You can't get a flight to a lot of places these days for that price, like the States, Asia, and you get an entire cruise plus 2 stays. Come on, it's going to sell out fast. You know it. So you better get on it all over it.
For sure. Right. Okay. Listen. While everyone's on the phone for that, nobody will be watching this one now because everyone will be on the phone for that one. I hope you've pressed pause on your Sky remote because we've still got 4 more offers to come in the show. Some quick picks that you won't want to miss, and this next offer, which showcases one of Royal Caribbean's latest ships, the mighty wonder of the seas. 10 nights in October, this package, perfect to see the Caribbean. So, 25th of October, let's fly you from the UK out to Orlando first and enjoy a couple of nights to shop, do the parks, or quite frankly, at this time of the year, just warm up. Just warm up,
exactly. October in Orlando is going to be beautiful. This part of South Central Florida really does enjoy subtropical climate most of the year. It is amazing. It's awash with incredible adventures at your doorstep. Everything from the Disney family of parks through to Universal Studios, SeaWorld. International Drive itself boasts a lot of shopping outlets and lots of fun Vegas-style restaurants and entertainment venues. You will be spoilt for choice. Then it's time for us to cruise on the wonder of the fabulous seas. A ship I know, Derek, you know very well.
Oh gosh, I was absolutely blown away. In fact, I was dizzy the whole time just with the sheer amount. You know that I love Anthem, and I've been on Anthem, and Wonder is just another page turner for Royal Caribbean. It is so good. Again, it's kind of broken up into all of these districts.
Oh, there he is.
Again. Oh yeah, here I am. Showing off my bald spot.
Did you put the lime in the coconut and drink it on down?
Oh, it's honestly, it's so much for the whole thing is so much fun. I mean, really good. That's a really quick way to come down 10 decks, by the way. And that on the boardwalk, the carousel, is brilliant. Then you've got Central Park. Now, Central Park, complete opposite.
It's amazing.
It's lovely and tranquil. It's real. Real trees and planting going on there.
And the zip lining. Woohoo!
Listen, honestly, I was on board for a couple of days and it just was not enough. You will absolutely love this ship. It's up until literally, weeks ago, this was the biggest ship in the world. It's been outbigged by Royal Caribbean again, with Icon of the Seas, but a very, very similar kind of format. Honestly, you will love it. Do the climbing wall as well. I talk to you about this all the time, the climbing wall, because you think, oh, actually, is that a big challenge? Yes, it is. my advice, don't look down, because that's the point where you go, oh, I'm this high. Just keep going. Look up and keep going.
You are fine, because I used to harness people up there when I worked on board. Yeah, I used to be in charge of letting them, it was one of the duties we used to have to do as activity staff.
You're so safe because you're attached to somebody.
This producer's laughing at the fact I was in charge of someone's safety, but I can promise you, everybody was looked after. They were. Grab some sweets while you're on there. There's lots of great shopping to enjoy. If you're there with the kiddos, they have Adventure Ocean, and these are state-of-the-art childcare facilities with so many great activities. They've got crafting, they've got dancing, they've got all the excitement you'd imagine for every age group, up to teen as well. I mean, these are fun, aren't they? Giant chessboards outside. It's always something to do with the family, or equally something to do on your own or in couples. The food, I mean, at every turn, there's a place to grab a bite, whether it is the Cantina Fresca, where you can get that nice just a Mexican taco, grab a burger outside, head to Giovanni's for a sit-down Italian meal, head to Chops Grill for
Chops Grill in Central Park.
Ooh.
Oh my word. Honestly, the
Premium.
steaks are to die for. Specialty dining, well worth treating yourself to. Let me tell you, on a 7-night cruise, you'll barely scratch the surface on Wonder. And let me tell you another thing as well. If you're thinking, oh no, big ship's not for me, these are very, very easy to navigate, these ships. Once you get your head around where everything is, it's either at the front, the back, or in the middle.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I'm making that sound more basic than it is, but that's essentially how it works on these ships. Once you've got your head around that, you will love it. But honestly, 7 nights isn't enough. But it's a good taster on one of these big ships. I promise you, once you've seen just 2 of the shows on board, because you've got the Aqua Theatre, of course, and you've got the main theatre and many other entertainments as well. Once you've seen these shows, you'll know why Royal Caribbean have this excellent all-round reputation in cruising. There's not an element of cruising that they don't get absolutely spot on.
Yes,
so we're cruising out of Port Canaveral for 7 nights.
We are heading straight into a perfect day at Coco Cay, which is the Royal Caribbean's very own island with the tallest water slide in North America and coaster as well. So they have all of these incredible entertainment venues at Coco Cay, which are quite unusual for a private island. So you'll be absolutely spoilt for choice, and great food as well. Lots of places to eat. This looks like a giant game of mousetrap.
It's great, isn't it?
It's so much fun. Zip lining.
The other thing about this as well is you literally port at the island. So you literally come on and off the ship as you want to, and there you are. It's there waiting for you. How incredible.
Yes, you do. And then talking of porting at the island, you've got things like glass-bottom kayaking, glass-bottom boat tours. You can have your own cabana for the day.
That.
I know, your own private little villa. It's amazing. How luxurious is that? Maybe you want to go swim with dolphins or turtles or stingrays. There's lots of excursions on offer. Just ask your fantastic onboard shore excursions team.
That's just day one.
Day one. Then we're into fabulous Charlotte Amalie St. Thomas. The US Virgin Islands are really America's own paradise. They offer an easygoing blend of island ways, but with an American practicality. So you've got really good shopping there as well, because they're known worldwide for their shopping, as is St. Martin, which is the island that is under 2 flags. In fact, you can do a tour called Under 2 Flags Island Drive, or one called Rockland Escape and Sky Explorer. So again, speak to your team about that on board. We're back into Port Canaveral, where we will of course send you back to the UK. It's included end-to-end flight. If you do want to extend your trip, maybe stay a little bit longer in Orlando, maybe head down to Miami or New York, you can speak to our shore excursions team. They're all within easy reach of where you're finishing up.
And have we ever mentioned the Golden Triangle of India? You could add that to this as well very, very easily. That's the great thing with the flexibility that we have, that we can kind of, the world is our oyster. Remember, we are travel people, so we can make exciting, wonderful holiday packages. And the great thing is, because we're ABTA bonded, ATOL protected, the whole of your package holiday, this is why people book with Cruise1st, because every penny that you spend is protected as one. And we do all the arranging and the booking and everything else, making it seamless, and there's no booking fee for that. It's Brilliant. Right, this is the time to snap up this offer, by the way. Low deposits today, just £199 per person right now. So included, here's the shopping list. Again, how we've done this for the price, I'll never know. Flight from the UK out to Orlando, 2 nights in a hotel there, and then fun and adventure cruising, of course, on now the second largest ship in the world, Wonder of the Seas, to a perfect day at Coco Cay, and the Caribbean, of course, plus your flight back to the UK at the end of the cruise. Oh my word. Okay, so here's the price for the 25th of October. Look at this. You can go much sooner now as well, by the way. So you can go anytime you like from pretty much now through to April of next year. But if you can make this date work for you, 25th of October, 1599 per person. £199 each deposit today to make it happen. I know, ridiculous. Quick look at the upgrades on this cruise as well. Caribbean cruising, of course, so you might want your ocean view or your doors of the balcony. You're in the Caribbean after all. Yeah, I think so, maybe. Or maybe you say, actually, no, you know what? We're going to take the best deal there and we're going to spoil ourselves to one of those lovely kind of Maldives huts on Coco Cay and have those. Because that's a little bit of an upgrade while you're on the island, of course, but wouldn't it feel good? Would that not feel good? Anyway, listen, we've given you a few ideas there. Pick up the phone and call us right now. You've got the number on the screen and it's free to call us 7 days a week. Right, okay, before we run out of time, we have some quick picks from Royal Caribbean to show you as well. Brilliant, brilliant opportunities as always. So let's have a little look at those. Right, RC493. Now this is a brilliant 16-night package for April of next year. And you fly out to New York for a 2-night stay there in a hotel, and then you join Independence of the Seas for a 2-week cruise back to Southampton, and you go via Bermuda, the Azores, and an overnight in Lisbon in Portugal from 1599 per person. Look at the actually you can't, the deposit price isn't there, but I'll tell you, because it's just £150 each if you want to put a deposit down on that right now for next April. Brilliant, brilliant deal. And of course, the end of the cruise, you're back home, aren't you? You're in Southampton, which is superb. So that's RC493. Middle one, RC523, is for September next year. 7-night cruise on Allure of the Seas. So again, one of the bigger Royal Caribbean ships around the Western Med. Flights to and from Barcelona and sailing to Parma, La Spezia, Rome and Naples in Italy from 1049 per person. Again, deposits on that one, just £150 each, which is brilliant. And we've got regional flights available on that one as well for a supplement. And the final one, RC524, is a Greece, Cyprus and Turkey cruise on Brilliance of the Seas, which I've seen and been on. She's beautiful. It's the 30th of May next year. Flights to and from Athens from 1029 per person. And again, low deposits on that one as well of just £150 each. And you'll find all of those and many more Royal Caribbean cruise. In fact, every Royal Caribbean ship, every itinerary she does around the world, you'll find it in one place, Cruise1st.tv.
Yeah, it's our wonderful encyclopedia of cruising. And of course, our amazingly versed team, who are like your own personal travel concierges, will be able to create the perfect bespoke trip for you as well, without a booking fee. So you want add-ons, you want stays, you know, they will be able to create your absolute dream trip. And that's the brilliance of it. So check out the website because you'll be absolutely spoilt for choice.
Yeah, brilliant. And get us to do all the hard work saves you doing it, doesn't it, really? I'm just having a quick flick through, by the way, of the Cruise1st collections. A whole collection of bucket list adventures. You know, I was talking about the Golden Triangle in India. So much more, like the Snow Monkeys of Japan, Walls and Warriors, and so much more. See it on our website, Cruise1st.tv. Go to the left-hand side, underneath Cruise with Derek. Click on there, and you can read it online. It's like the future has arrived.
I am getting excited. I know you will be too, but get booking because some of these deals are going to sell out. See you soon.
See you later.